here of Red Dead Online, and I got a crew of really cool people here. We're trying to survive and trying to make it through all of the uncertainties and all of the instabilities of the game in its current form. And we're hoping that there's going to be some good updates here. As you can see, we're all trying to stay warm here because it just turned 2020, and this is going to be our first video for 2020, bringing in the New Year's. Got some friends here, and we're going to be doing some things tonight. We're actually going to be planning on making 3 videos tonight. This first one is going to be on how to properly do a trade. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into it. And what I'd like to show you guys is that the first thing we're going to do, very first thing, we're going to go to our map. Now, what you're going to need to do to make this happen, once you have a full camp worth of stuff to trade for your trader, you're going to go to fast travel to Tumbleweed, and then from there, you're going to request your camp to be here in Gaptooth Ridge. It's very important to be here in Gaptooth Ridge because if you start it here instead of Cholla Springs or other places on the map, you're pretty much guaranteed to be dropped off at one of these points. Over here at McFarland's Ranch, here at Thieves Landing. Those are the main ones here. Sometimes you'll get this one here as well. But you're guaranteed to have pretty much one of these. And the only thing to keep in mind here is if you're in a big lobby like we are, we've probably got around 20 people in this lobby probably. This turn right here. This turn is kind of crucial depending on where we're going. Sometimes the map will say to go this way. And sometimes me and my crew, we like to take the southern route most of the time actually to get through there so that hopefully we have to deal with less of that. Now, ever since they added the shack over here, you'll see that a little bit later in the videos tonight. We'll be doing a moonshine run as well, and a secret search for something pretty cool tonight. We'll be doing that as well, looking for a poison poppy moonshine recipe. And so far, I don't believe anyone has found it thus far, to my knowledge. So this is going to be a pretty fun night. We got a lot jam-packed in one night, and like I said, we're starting 2020 with a bang. So without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started, and we're going to keep in mind that place down there, right? So anyhow, what we're going to do is we're going to get started with starting up the trader. Let's find my table. I think it's way over there. There it is. Alright, everybody, we're going to go ahead and head out now. We always do the distance delivery. This is why we do it from here.
You know, I really feel like a new man.
It's important to make sure you've eaten all your best stews and make sure you have all your guns ready with your explosive rounds, incendiary rounds, best rounds, what have you. You want to make sure you have the right guns and everything before you hit the start button to make sure you're in the right place. That way, you're helping make sure you have a really solid run. So I started out with the glitch, making it look like I don't have anything in my cart. Have no fear there. There is stuff in my cart, and I guarantee you everybody else in my posse can see what I got in my cart. Well, go ahead and we're hopping in. There we go. Alright. So we got to get down this hill here. And get down this hill in one piece. That's the first task, right? Alright. So, formation is going to be 2 people behind me, 1 person in front. The person in front is going to go way ahead, way ahead. And then that way, we can make sure that if there is anyone coming through, we can have a little bit of forewarning there. Now, normally we do this with my crew having their mics on and talking about if there's people ahead. In this case, because narrating the live stream, we're going to go ahead and if we happen to see someone ahead, we'll just make sure that we try and keep that together and make sure we do the needed, whatever's necessary. But basically with this trade, it's very simple. Now you can see it's telling us to go to Thieves Landing. Now when it tells us to do that, I'm pretty sure on this one it's going to tell us to go and head north at Armadillo. Now, Armadillo has been pretty notorious for being a good place to get shot at. There's a couple places on the map that just kind of scream, hey, shoot me. That's going to be Valentine, Saint Denis, Blackwater, and yes, Armadillo. There's other places too, like, say, like Van Horn or, Annisburg. But to be totally honest with you, I try my best to stay away from any fast travels whenever I'm doing any kind of sale because, well, fast travel ports are just a good place to meet up with people you might not want to meet up with. So, just as a rule of thumb, the further you're away from one, the better. And here we go. We're on the map now. Okay. So pretty excited about the new year. Hope you guys are making some good resolutions and sticking to them. For me, it's actually been just a little over a year now that I quit smoking cigarettes. I'm very happy about that decision because I actually I moved to a very high altitude environment and my climate's very cold. So for me, having to step outside and smoke cigarettes is just not very wise. And honestly, uh, I don't miss it too much. There's certain times, but I'm very, very happy with my decision. So hopefully everybody making good decisions are able to stick to those good decisions. Not sure what I'm going to be resolving for this New Year's. It's already about an hour into it for me. For most of my friends, I think one of them in here is from Australia, so I think he may have experienced that quite some time ago, probably like 16 hours ago or so, if I had to guess. He was probably well into 2020 when he first joined us. There we go. Hey, what up, Earthfan? How's it going? Just saw he had a message down there. All right. Alright, and this is the point where it tells us to go this way towards Armadillo, but we choose to go this way south, and that way in hopes to not have to be worrying about losing our product. Now, there is give and take with it. Going this way, we do have to worry about people that might be coming out of their moonshine shacks, and in that defensive type mode where they're not able to receive fire or anything like that, or shoot. And also, we do have to worry about the cliff walls. There's cliffs over there, and so we do have to watch out for that. I've only ever had to deal with that situation really once, and it's been pretty seldom that we do get griefed, which is kind of nice. Very, very nice. And you actually, Savage, you have permission to fire on will with E rounds, or not E rounds, but with express rounds, should I say, for the NPCs. If they're coming towards us, you can go ahead and give them a shot to the head. That way, hopefully we don't run into them there. This horse on the trader is very finicky, very sensitive, so you got to make sure you don't really damage it at all. Any kind of damage is really risky. So what I like to do, what I recommend, is switching to express rounds. I don't know if you guys saw that, but express rounds with the Lancaster. Don't want to hold it there too long because I'm not moving when I do that. But yeah, so I like to use the Lancaster with regular old express rounds. It's good for, a good quick headshot. You reload it, you got 13 more after that, so it's pretty laid back. I like it. And then I like to follow up with like a bolt action with E rounds. That's for the griefers. Something nice that will put something downrange and on point. Good accuracy. Got a scope even if I need it, so that's good. Wow. Animals getting in the way. Good to see spawns. Good to see spawns. I would assume that means our lobby is looking kind of small. That's good. We started off with somewhere around, probably about 15 in the lobby. I'm hoping that it stays nice and small tonight because apparently for the Poison Poppy Moonshine, and that's a hard one to say 5 times fast, I'm hoping with the Poison Poppy Moonshine, I ran over that rock, that with the smaller lobby we'll be able to find the random encounter, the random event a little bit quicker, hopefully. And from what I understand, that is something to be on the lookout for. So I have an idea for how I do believe we might be able to find it, and so far I haven't seen anyone employ this idea yet. So looking forward to that. Just a little teaser for what we're going to be doing tonight. Hopefully in our next videos we'll have some more people pick up the pace a little bit. We're going to do a moonshine run after this. Really easy, but what we're going to do is show some optimized ways to be able to do it. Now personally I like the gunning approach with it, just like I do for this trader route, because this is one of the most effective ways. Gotta watch out for that rock there on that turn. One of the most effective ways to be able to make money for such a quick amount of time for the initial sell. I have a shoot first, ask questions later mentality, so that people that are unwanted or NPCs don't get anywhere near the cart. And it's basically a whole golden egg idea. We got a cart with a golden egg in it. It's an egg, so we got to make sure it doesn't break. So this trail has a couple of bad spots that you got to watch out for. That rock back there I was just saying something about is one of them. That's the first one to keep in mind. This tree to the left right here will clothesline you. It will clothesline you hard. And the third place is going to be through the canyon. Through the canyon up ahead. Oh, don't get too close there, Skits. Gotta watch out. So through this canyon is obviously a bottleneck, and a bottleneck is no good. So I'll go ahead and let one more person go in front of me. One more person go ahead and go in front of me here. There we go. Alright, perfect. And we got one more behind us, so we still have some defense on the 6 o'clock. 12 o'clock's looking good, and I think this is the optimal way to go through here because that's going to help improve our attacking abilities if we need to come out swinging through this place. Lots and lots of bumps through here. Oh, look out. Lots and lots of little bumps. When you're taking the moonshine through here, it's not so much fun. That rock right there to the left that I just narrowly avoided, that will bump money off. Now for here, it says to go this way, but what I like to do is just this. Everybody just follow me. I'm getting on the train tracks. So for this one, there's a shortcut, just like if it's at McFarland's Ranch, you know, adversely I would be getting on the train tracks again for that one. So for this one here, we can get on the train tracks. Honestly, I think actually the train tracks we want to go on is going to be the other ones over this way. Not that it's really a huge deal, but we want to make sure that we're going and hopefully not stopping, so apologize about that, fellas. So yeah, we can go ahead and we can take this way, and this way is a little bit easier because there's going to be less bridges and stuff like that, less chances of going down, so you can go on this one if you want. You can stay to the roads if you want to stay to the roads, that's okay. Since we're not using the cinematic mode at all, it really doesn't matter which way you want to go as long as you don't run into a train. And I personally don't like to take the roads if I can help it. You know, as far as like, you know, if we're worried about like people in the lobby, which, like I said, we got a pretty big lobby here. So taking whatever measures we can to keep it kind of stealth, you know. Now, for people that aren't used to doing this run, I really recommend just sticking to the roads. I know it's kind of going counterintuitive with what I was talking about, but sticking with the roads helps ensure that you don't wreck. The only reason why I'm taking these ways is because they're ways that I have taken before, I'm comfortable with, and I'm very confident because obviously, this is a pretty wide bridge right here, you know, I'm not too worried about it. But, you know, this is also something you want to be careful of because one fall off you here and everybody's money is pretty much squashed and gone. So from here, we're just going to go ahead and turn right on this road, just like it says, and it's pretty much a straight shot from here. So just trying to keep it as straight and linear as possible, and hopefully this will be a nice easy one where there's not even anybody at the end. Sometimes there will be, sometimes there won't be. I kind of like it when there are, because it gives us something to do at the end, and you know, people to pickpocket. I still like to do that, even though I don't have to worry about it at all. There we go. Here it is. Hey, nice and easy. That's the way to bring in a knee right there, guys. Good job. So that's the most optimal way to do this. Trying to keep it nice and simple to show the easiest way to get this done. There are lots of ways to be able to fill it up as well. We'll probably cover that in another another video. And we may actually use a vehicle to do that because using the actual hunting wagon is a great idea. But we're going to go ahead and get ready for the moonshine cell. Maybe we'll have some more people at that point, maybe. But we'll see you in the next video, and thanks a lot.